يعتبره المراقبون للدوري القطري الصفقة الأهم منذ قدوم تشافي إلى السد، وترى جماهير الغرافة أنه أعظم من جاء إلى النادي منذ الساحر جونينيو. هو أحد وجوه الزمن الجميل للكرة الهولندية، وهو الأكثر تمثيلاً لمنتخب الطواحين. وسلي شنايدر نجم نادي الغرافة الجديد جاء إلى الدوحة لتحقيق حلم التتويج بالتشامبيونز ليج آسيا بعد أن توج بالتشامبيونز ليج أوروبا مع الإنتر، وكانت الخطوة الأولى قيادة الفهود إلى دور المجموعات بعد غياب 5 سنوات. عن مسيرته الطويلة وعن كل ذلك وأكثر نتحدث اليوم مع النجم وسلي شنايدر، فأهلا ومرحبا بكم.
ما هذا الزمن الذي تمر به كرة القدم الهولندية؟ وأي ريح عصفت بالطواحين فرمت بمنتخبها خارج المونديال، ورمت بأجاكس منذ سنين خارج حسابات التألق في أوروبا. حتى القائد الرمز يوهان كرويف رحل عن العالم منذ 2 وكأنه أدرك أن الزمن البرتقالي لم يعد زمانه وأن القصة انتهت. إذا كانت هذه الكلمات تأتي منا نحن جماهير كرة القدم الجميلة، فكيف الحال وقد نقلناها إلى أحد صناع آخر موعد للفرح البرتقالي وأحد أبناء أكاديمية أجاكس الأوفياء، وسلي شنايدر. في اسم نجم الغرافة الجديد كل ما يذكرنا بالزمن الجميل الأورانخي، فالرجل لعب مع منتخب هولندا نهائي مونديال جنوب أفريقيا 2010 وخسره قبل 3 دقائق من النهاية، ثم حاز مع ذات المنتخب المركز الثالث لمونديال البرازيل قبل 4 أعوام من الآن، لكنه فشل في قيادة الجيل الجديد إلى مونديال روسيا. وسلي شنايدر في اسمه ما يذكرنا بعنفوان سبيشال وان وبآخر صولات نيروتزوري، فالرجل فاز تحت قيادة جوزيه مورينيو بدوري أبطال أوروبا وبكأس العالم للأندية مع إنتر ميلانو، وكان ضمن 3 الأفضل في لاعبي العالم سنة 2010. وسلي شنايدر في اسمه ما يذكرنا بخصوبة أكاديمية أجاكس أمستردام التي يبدو أنها توقفت عن الإنجاب بعد جيله الذهبي. هناك كانت بداية ضيفنا لهذه الحلقة من أكاديمية أياكس التي صعد منها إلى الفريق الأول عن سن 18 سنة وتألق ل5 مواسم قادته إلى المنتخب، لا بل إلى ما هو أكثر، قادته إلى قمة أندية العالم إلى الريال مدريد، وهناك توج بالليغا في أول المواسم، لكنه كان مجبرا على مغادرة العاصمة الإسبانية في ختام موسم ثان سيء. لم يكن النزول عن القمة سهلا لشنايدر، لكن الأيام أثبتت أنه لم يكن نزولا أصلا، فجوزيه مورينيو اقتنص الفرصة وانتدب وسلي إلى إنتر ليصنعا التاريخ معا. 3 مواسم انتهت بمغادرة مدينة الموضة إلى مدينة الجمال إسطنبول، حيث احترف في جالاتا سراي ل4 مواسم توج فيها ب8 ألقاب محلية. بعد إسطنبول غادر شنايدر إلى أيقونة الساحل اللازوردي نيس ليلعب لناديها الفرنسي العريق، لكن المسيرة لم تدم أكثر من نصف عام، انتهت في يناير الماضي باختيار وجهة جديدة هي دورينا من أجل حلم جديد مع الغرافة، دوري أبطال آسيا لكرة القدم. أهلا بصانع الربيع بين مدن الجمال أمستردام، مدريد، ميلانو، إسطنبول، نيس والدوحة الآن. أهلا بأيقونة نادي الغرافة، أهلا بالسنايبر، أهلا وسلي شنايدر.
Wesley Schneider from Ajax to Santiago Bernabeu, Inter, Galatasaray, Allianz Riviera to Thani Ben Jassim. It has been quite a journey. Do you feel complete?
Yes, it has been a journey, but I mean, especially the first time. So when you have to move your country where you feel safe, and you have to leave that area. I mean, like with all your friends and with all your family. It was the most difficult period for me, but the steps I make after it was more easy because you already know what you can expect, and the new culture you have to learn about. So I'm a guy, you know, when I move to another country, to sometimes to a different world. I mean, like I want to enjoy the culture as well. So it is a long journey, but I'm happy that I made all the steps.
Yes. Wesley, you are born to be a winner, and that's what you've done all your life. How difficult is it to stay on that winning path?
Well, fortunately, you know, I had this feeling when I was a kid already. I always wanted to win, and I see it as an advantage. I mean, like when you always want to win your games, it will bring you success at the end. I mean, I came also here to succeed. I'm not here for holiday. I'm here to make some success and to see what we can achieve.
Wesley, you are the most capped Dutch international player of all time, and with Holland, you have played in the biggest game of football possible, the FIFA World Cup final in 2010. How does that experience rate in your football career?
Well, of course, it's a great experience. I mean, when you play the World Cup final, it's something you can only dream about. And especially it was that season when I won also the triple with Inter. It was already special to play in the Champions League final, and then also even more when you raise the cup. That was a dream already. So I lived dream by dream in that season. So I was already used to play a final on a high level. But if I have to compare the World Cup final and the Champions League final, it's something completely different. The whole world is watching the World Cup final, and the pressure is immense. I mean, it's crazy when you just get on the pitch and you pass the World Cup.
How painful was it to lose?
No, it was really painful, especially the way we lost. You know, you can lose in a game like you have no chance, and then I won't say then you are happy with it, but you feel more comfortable with it. But it was really hard because in my opinion, the game was like 50-50. So the best result would have been if we take the penalty kicks. You know, I also see that as a lottery, so it's also 50-50 chance. So that was more. It was more hard because they scored 3 minutes before the end, in minute 117.
Yes. Wesley, does it hurt you not to see your great footballing country playing in the coming World Cup in Russia?
Yes, especially it's also the second tournament we're gonna miss, and I'm not used to that because the moment I came to the first team of the Netherlands, it was in 2004. When we played the European Cup in Portugal, and every 2 years we represented at the tournaments. So now we are living a hard time in Holland. I mean, if you don't qualify for 2 tournaments, and it's going to be harder and harder for the future. We know that. But I also believe that sometimes the generation difference it's big, and I think now. It's this moment. If I always compare it with Belgium, for example. Belgium many years ago, they were never presented at World Cups or whatever, and now they are there with a new team, and they
are serious contender.
Exactly. So
from here, this question: you were also part of a very successful Ajax academy. What is different now from then? The system, I mean.
The difference is that when I went to the academy of Ajax, the full focus was on doing sport and playing football. Even if we were not at the academy and we were at home, we were playing football with the guys, with your friends outside, because there was nothing else to do. I mean, like I'm not talking about. I mean, we didn't have PlayStation, or we didn't have mobile phones. We didn't have social media, which is...
And money.
Yeah, money was not important.
It was not an issue.
Yeah, it was not an issue because, you know, your full focus was on being there, to be at the top, year by year. And it was more survival. And now the focus is on different things.
Yes.
And so we cannot only blame them.
So Johan Cruyff was right when he said that the Ajax Academy like with time became a little bit commercial.
Yeah, yeah, true.
They lost the beautiful game, the system.
No, yeah, it's the truth, but it's not the fault of the mistake of the academy of Ajax, for example. But I'm talking about the general around the world academies. The focus, has been replaced, I think.
Ajax was obviously a great influencer on your footballing career. How important was your family's influence?
No, of course it's
Your dad, your brother.
It's really important because when you are young, I was 7 when I went to the academy. My brother was 9 that time, and he already played for the Ajax academy. So we were also training at different times, different days in a week, and we lived like 30 kilometers from Amsterdam. So yeah, your parents, they always have to drive you there. That means that they also lose the whole day, one of your parents, because they have to be with you. And so that means you cannot have a business, you cannot have a work, because you're fully 100% concentrated on your children. And I have seen parents, they couldn't do that for their children, because maybe it was about the financial stuff, or it was about something else. So in that age, you always need the support of your parents. And fortunately, I got that support.
Yes. You left Ajax Amsterdam and you joined the biggest football club in the world. How much of a challenge off and on the pitch was your time in Madrid?
First of all, I'm happy to hear that from out of your mouth. The biggest club in the world, yeah. But yeah, of course, what I mentioned before, it's hard to get out for the first time of your country. But when Madrid is coming, you can't refuse it. And for me, it was already the biggest club in the world at that time. And I felt at that moment that I was ready to make a step. Because I always said to myself, I joined the first team when I was 18 of Ajax, and I always said to myself, the moment I'm gonna leave this club, it has to be as an important player, a first 11 player, and I want to have an experience for at least 5 years playing in the first division of Holland. Because then when you join another club, you come there as somebody and not as nobody. And that's always important, I believe. And that's why I came there with a good feeling. I scored 18 goals in that season in Ajax. I was an important player at that time. I already joined the national team. I played many caps already for the national team. So I came there as somebody. And yeah, when in the first 3 games you score 4 goals, it's more easy to adapt.
Yeah. When you play for the biggest football club in the world, do you believe that there can be a greater football life elsewhere? You must think, I mean, there's nothing after that.
I can also say that in my time, when I became just a professional player, it was more easy. It was more easy to just keep the focus on football, because we didn't have other things to concentrate about. I mean, the lifestyle was not important to show what cars you are driving or the clothes you wear. It was not important. And nowadays everybody is like more focusing on that, and that's a pity. So I had the luck that I could keep my full focus on football, but that is the main thing. And I always say to young players, a life of a football player, it's really short, and you have to take the maximum out of it and do whatever you have to do for it, but also leave whatever you have to do for it.
Yeah. How happy was your time in Madrid?
I had a great time in Madrid. Unfortunately, it ended not the way I wanted to end there.
Why?
Yeah, because if you end up like this, when the new president comes and he wants new players, that time he bought all the Galacticos, and so there was no space for me and Robin. We were the only players with a value at that time, which they want to sell. So it was more easy for them to tell us, like, okay, it's enough now. You have to look for a new club. But I had an amazing time. I won the league. So And I'm honored also that I could play the Clásico, because it's a special game. I believe that when you are a child, you dream about this, to play one time the Clásico, and fortunately I have played this game.
Mourinho, another born winner, brought you to Giuseppe Meazza. How was it working with him?
From the first day, it was something special, because I remember that I arrived on Friday.
You played on Saturday.
And I play on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. And I just made one training with the team, and he told me from the first moment I arrived, you will be my number 10, and you will play the derby against Milan. Also a special game, you know, worldwide. I mean, everybody is watching that game as well. So from the first moment, there was something special.
So did he bring out the best in you, Wesley?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. He really worked with me. Like he made me really important from the first minute, and that's what you need. You need also the confidence and the support from a coach to be successful.
When you moved to Galatasaray as one of the world's greatest players in your position, the pressure on you to deliver was massive. How did you deal with that?
It's funny that you ask me this question, because when I left Inter, there were some different clubs as well, and maybe in like at the 5th or 6th position in the Premier League clubs like this, maybe even 4th or 3rd now.
You had offers from Europe?
Yeah, and then when
From which
Galatasaray,
club?
Liverpool, tell you,
Premier League.
to give you an example, and I choose for Galatasaray. So some of the people who are always around me, they couldn't believe that.
You're crazy.
They couldn't believe that, and I always said to them, like, but I'm a winner, and I play for prizes. So when I go somewhere, I want at least to be competitive to the rest of the big teams, and to win prizes, and to go for that. And I felt like in Turkey, in Galatasaray, I had more chance to win these prizes than in Liverpool that time. I think I was right. So I made a good decision at the end. But also when I moved there, you know, in the first weeks, it was something amazing. And I had an amazing time in Galatasaray, and especially in Turkey and Istanbul. It's something that I wouldn't miss for nothing.
The incredible, successful life of Wesley Schneider, is there anything missing?
Yeah, that surprise with the national team.
Now, Nice, we all know that Nice is a lovely place to go on holidays. What was it like to play football there?
It was different.
That's mine. I know it.
I mean, it was different, you know, because I was in a different position at Galatasaray at that time, also with the former president of Galatasaray, and we were kind of in a difficult situation. And I wanted to leave because I wanted to play football again. Then after some conversations with the board members of Nice, I got convinced to go there. And of course also the life, it was important, because when you have like 33 years old, you know, you're also looking to different things. You have to be honest. But the football was not what's my thing, you know. The league is different than I used to play. Also the training sessions, they were different.
You played alongside with Balotelli there. Some people think he is crazy. What is he like?
No, he can be crazy. He can be crazy. But I met him for the first time in Inter. There he was still a kid. Now I met him again in Nice, but he's still a kid, and but in a good way. I mean, I'm always good with him. I can always have good conversations with him, and for me, he is one of the best strikers in the world. really, with his quality. But yeah, he has that image. So I always tell him, yeah, you should
Change it.
leave this image behind you and go for a new image. And because the qualities you have everything to be in a top club wherever you want to play. You can also see that because he is the most important player now in that team. But yeah, he also maybe he had a different youth as well, you know, and so it's not easy for him. It's not easy when everybody is chasing you. It's not easy to keep your head up, you know. And but he tried to do his best, and I hope for him, and he deserves it to go to a big club.
Wesley, you have just had another new experience joining Al Gharrafa Football Club here in Qatar and playing in an AFC Champions League match. Tell us more about that experience.
Well, I have heard this experience from many players who have been here. Ronald de Boer, Anwar Diba, who is still here, and Frank de Boer, of course, who was here as well. And they were always positive about this country and about this competition. So with lovely pitches, they are amazing. So I already said in the press conference when Al Gharrafa team came, I was directly convinced, and I wanted to move here. And in 2 days it was done. So it was maybe the most easiest step I've ever made in my life. But I hope now I signed just for 1.5 years, but I hope I can be here for much more.
Wesley, what do you think is next? Is there a manager or a coach in your heart and that heart?
Actually, I'm thinking about both things, but at the moment I still don't know. I want to start my course to become a coach. But you know, I still love to play football, so I'm not focusing a lot on what's coming next. I'm here now, and I want to enjoy it.
But there is a manager in your heart.
Yeah, I also feel that, and I also believe that, and people are always telling me the same.
Because you have lots of football in your head.
But the thing is, we are. Before we talked about the focus, and my focus is still for 100%. On the pitch, and when I start to change that in my head, it's time also to change as a footballer to become a manager.
You performed the ceremonial kick-off of Al-Cas Under-17 International Cup. When you looked at these young players, did you think for a second that you would like to give back to football and share your expertise and experiences?
Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I always did it in the national team when I saw young players coming, new players coming, and I always try to talk to them and to give them the positive things of football and things what they really need, and things that people told me when I just become a professional football player. So I believe they really need it, and I'm in a position now to help them with it, and I believe that's one of my qualities, and maybe I go on with that as well.
Now we finish up, Wesley, with our curious test, a round of quick questions. I need a short, quick answers.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Worst penalty miss?
World Cup 2004 semi-final. For me.
14 against Argentina.
Yeah, 14 against Argentina.
Toughest opponent?
As an individual opponent, like my opponent,
Yeah.
I always said Shinji Ono when I played for Ajax against Feyenoord. He was really smart guy, yeah.
Yes. Best midfielder in the world after you?
Guti.
Most influencer manager?
Mourinho.
Best player in the world right now?
Yeah. It's Cristiano or Messi. And if I have to be honest, at the moment, right now,
Yes. forget the Ballon d'Or.
Yes. No, I'm not looking to that kind of things. These competitions, they are for me not
Yeah.
important. But a few weeks ago, I said Cristiano. It's hard for me. But
To admit it.
But I think I have to change it to Messi nowadays.
The closest club to your heart.
Yeah, I have different clubs really close to my heart. But the closest,
Ajax. It's home.
yeah, it's Ajax or Galatasaray.
It's all right. Greatest club you never played for?
Man United.
I thought you would say Milan.
No, I cannot say that.
Biggest regret? Going to France? Playing for Nice?
It's one of the regrets, but also the moment the way I left from Madrid, I regret that.
Really?
Yeah.
But you had to leave that way.
Yeah, but
They gave you no choice.
Yeah, but it's not only the choice from the club. It's also what you. It was also my personal thing, and that period I was not at my best period. So, and it was due to some different problems in my private life. So, I regret that situation also.
Best goal for Wesley Schneider?
The best goal.
Yeah, you've scored.
Well, I think the most important one is something different. That was with the head against Brazil in 2010. That was really important. But the best goal I've ever scored, I think the first one with Galatasaray against Fenerbahce.
Okay. Your biggest fan or cheerleader?
my little guy. But also my other son, but he's not here, so he is really close to me every day, so yeah, he is my biggest fan. Like he wake up with
We saw him.
daddy football. He always
Baba,
yeah, exactly.
Wesley.
He is definitely my biggest fan. Yeah.
Yes. Now, messages to these in one word or two words. Okay. Johan Cruyff.
A legend.
Jorge Valdano.
Not my style.
Luis Van Gaal.
A genius.
Jose Mourinho.
The special one.
Arjen Robben.
My best football friend.
Your dad.
My biggest supporter.
Anwar Diba.
My crazy friend.
Thank you so much, Wesley Schneider.
You're welcome.
It was really, really
I enjoyed it as well.
Pleasure.
I enjoyed
really.
it.